Hello, I am Bentham and welcome back to Cosmoteer, where in the previous episode we fought our last elite sector and now we're going to go on to the Vanguard sectors. We've upgraded the mace to the hammer. Basically a complete overhaul. It looks nothing like it did before. This bit's the same, but then everything else we've entirely changed. Like it used to have wings and now we just fill that in with more guns. And so this is now hopefully an insane amount of death that flies at whatever enemies we face. I reckon we're going to do alright in this. I think we are going to destroy quite a lot of the Vanguard level ships. But the thing about Vanguard is I think there's quite a lot of variability in what you can face, and there are some ships out there which are terrifying, which is part of the reason why I held back for so long. But I think now most of the things Vanguard can throw at us we can deal with fine, but there might be one or two that will be a nightmare for us. There are only 2 ships per Vanguard sector. That's interesting. Let's jump either way just to the nearest one and see what we find. Wow, it does take a while for the hammer to turn around. Seems to struggle to do it on the spot as well. Maybe the system there isn't the best. Let's see how things charge now. Oh, the hammer's pretty quick. But can I get that last 2%? No, apparently. There we go. Did it before the ballista as well. Right, off we go to face whatever horrors the Vanguard levels, the Vanguard sectors might give us. Well, we start with a fleet. Let's get up to speed. We'll start with taking out the fleet, and then we'll go for the big ship over there. What are you doing, Ballista? You're in a bit of a mess there. Also, everyone be in formation, please. Don't want that going wrong. Oh, now the hammers do a flat formation. Then, if that's the case, we want the hammer to arrive before the ballista. Really, that would be bad. If the ballista was getting annihilated. Well, I mean, the ballista can take the hits now, that's the thing. So maybe I'm being more concerned than I need to be. The ballista can take the hits. That is half of its job. Right, off we go. 4 times speed. Oh, it's a mess. It's taken them a while to get into any sort of position. Oh, and it's lagging a bit as well now. Oh, wow. There must be some really massive ships in this particular sector then to cause that sort of issue. Well, let's see what we find anyway. We have a Sarrow, and ooh, I think we've seen this one before, the Constellation. You can definitely see what the influence is on this. Yeah, I think we've faced one of those before. And then over there we have a Phalanx 2 medium escort. That one's not too much of a problem to deal with. That one's going to be a bit annoying. That plus the Sarrow makes for a bit of a perhaps painful fight. I reckon we can take them. We'll be fine. Oh, they're getting in formation though. They know what they're doing. You know what? Everyone target the Constellation. I'm a little bit concerned about I was considering just taking out I said target, there we go, target the Constellation. I don't know if we should be trying to take out the Sarrow first, because it might give the Constellation time to get some shots in. Then again, Sarrow's just gonna have free reign over it. You know what? Spear, you target Sarrow, you guys target the Constellation. I think that's a good way of doing it. Get into position, Ballista. Actually fight him, will you? Alright, Sarrow's just gone off that way. Spear can deal with him, and the heavy hitters can do the heavy hitting. And here comes the mace. Not the mace, the hammer. With its absolute barrage of destruction. Very good start. And here we go. Oh, look at all those cannon shots. Oh, that's wonderful. Just annihilating it. How's everyone doing? The Sarrow is dealt with. The ballista's facing sideways. What are you doing, Ballista? Don't do that. Hold on a minute. Face the right way. You're supposed to just point at them. Otherwise, half your guns don't work. Stupid thing. Luckily, everything else is going fine. The Constellation is getting annihilated by the hammer. I'm very much liking this. This is very good. It takes a while to wear it down, but I think we very quickly strip off the outer layers, and that's the important stuff, so. The cannons aren't the most accurate, even at super short range, but there we go. Annihilated, all is good. How are repairs? A little bit of damage, don't even know who to. Who's flashing? Let's see if we can spot it. A bit of damage around the back and the front, just all over really. It was a couple of shots from Sarrow, I suppose. That's all fine. Back in formation, and we'll go for this guy, whoever he may be. Again, with the 4 times speed causing a little bit of a lag issue, which makes me a little bit concerned about. Maybe it's just because I've upgraded the hammer, but maybe it's also because the ship we're facing is massive. That's also possible and quite scary. Either way, we'll try and follow it. Oh, come on. Oh dear, it doesn't register it properly. There we go. Didn't actually follow them. Just go. 2 times speed seems to work fine. Oh, but it takes forever because these ships are terrible. When it comes to formation flying, it's just a nightmare. Right, what horror do we face here? How soon do we see stuff before we see the main ship? Archangel. I don't think we've faced this one before. I have seen this before. It's quite the massive thing. I mean, its guns aren't too crazy. It's a little bit scary. We're getting into the fight here, but let's take a look at it. So it's got a bank of ions at the front. Shielding's very weak. Only a single layer and not even covering everything properly. And then it's just bristling with cannons and all sorts of stuff like that. Any missiles to worry about? Couple of launchers, nothing much there. And yeah, a whole lot of just empty space. Just voids inside the ship. Interesting way of doing it. And the crew's all packed into one space in the middle, which I think means that it takes a moment to get up to speed, because everyone's just sat in there. Well, everyone's trying to make their way from their quarters to the rest of the ship. Okay, here we go. We shouldn't be in 2x speed for this. Let's go down to a quarter speed. It has engaged the mace with the beams, but it looks like it's turning to face the ballista. Ballista's keeping the correct direction this time. I keep calling it the mace. It's been too long. It's the hammer. The hammer's opening fire with everything it's got, of course. I need to check the engagement range and stuff. Let me just pause and see if I can... it's pretty good. Let's bring it in a little bit closer. I want to make sure it's getting the hits in, and we want this one to be the one fielding the hits, I think. Couple of shields dropping around the place, but they haven't breached the second layers. And the first layer is coming online again before the second layer can be breached, so that's a very good sign. The missiles are being shot down quite a bit at the moment, but I think the first volley probably did its damage. Spear. See if you can knock out something important. There's only one bridge. Try and take out the reactor cluster. Oh, it's just going to point like that, isn't it? Of course, because it's the spear. So it might fire the guns at that, but it's going to fire the beam straight forward. Oh, we've blown the front off. Not quite, actually. It's detached by the tiniest amount. In a moment, we'll have that annihilated. Looks like another wave of missiles coming in as everyone loads them at the same time. That should overwhelm their defenses fairly nicely. Yep, a couple of hits. So they're just landing against, like, random bits of gantry, though. That's no use. We need it to smash into, like, the guns and the reactors and such. Either way, we've got this one covered. We've stripped off the front, the top layer. There's no guns left, pretty much. There's a couple there. They're about to go under the spear, though, so that should finish them off quite nicely. Very good. And I don't even know... Is he just trying to spin to point that side at the hammer? Not really achieving much with this. How are you doing? Everything firing fine? Good time to see how people are loading. Ah, the missile factories are actually emptying this time. It's the same ratio as we had before, but perhaps it's just because it's a longer running fight, so all the stocks have run down. So that's going to reduce the effectiveness of that, but the mace, the hammer has it. Right, target that reactor cluster there. See if you can just focus it down and breach it that way. Because yeah, I think if I ordered you to target a specific spot, you suddenly go super focused and just annihilate everything leading up to that. It's very nice. I'm going to speed up to half speed, because it's getting boring now. It's just a load of armor to get through. It really focuses it once we order him to point at a specific thing. And now he's turning this way, he's exposing the reactors, and we shall hopefully... Yep, it's going, and it's gone. Next cluster. A lot to get through there, but if we blow that up, that's going to knock out the bridge, and then the thing's just going to be drifting helplessly, and that'll be fine. Another volley of missiles coming in, very good. The only thing is the thing keeps spinning, so we keep just like... we're just peeling it like an onion here. I want to get to the middle. But again with the spinning, fine, target this cluster then. You'll get to that soon enough. This was just busy work. I'm going to go back to normal speed now. Come on, break through. Before it turns, it's trying. There we go. And finally, just keep shooting it till there's nothing left, if that's what's needed. There's still some cannons here, just firing ineffectually at the spear. Damage was done though. There's some fire here. Yeah, there's a bit of breaching going on. They've managed to blow up one of the shields, and then they're using the hole made by that shield to get some more shots in. Very clever. There we go. There's nothing left but the reactors, and they are gone. Jeez, that took a while. Alright, get the repairs done. Fair bit of damage done. Who was it to? Anything here? Doesn't look like it. You were absolutely fine. How about... Oh yeah, lots of just general damage all over the place. Lost a shield generator. But yeah, you can see they really focus on the center of the ship. So the shielding on the outer sections barely matters, I'd say. Just have a solid block of shields in the middle, weapons on the sides. They'll probably still try and shoot the block of shields. They seem to be not quite smart enough to try and avoid that. Yeah, overall, not too bad. They didn't get through to any reactors. Of course, that's very unlikely because we've got the shields back here. They got to that storage, but they barely scratched it. That quarters there is a bit wrecked. But yeah, that would seem to be... That's where they focus most. And then we'll take a look at the spear. General damage on the front, it's designed for that though. The idea is that you can blow up this bit and then it's still a functional ship. It's got another layer of shields you got to get through. So it's okay if it takes damage on the front. It's only if, like, somehow these are taking damage that you start to worry. I wonder if I should install some internal shields there. There, probably no need. Right, all the repairs done. On to the next one. Went fairly okay. 2 more Vanguard ships to deal with. We'll fast forward through the jumps. We know the drill. Everyone's ready, apart from the ballista always takes a bit longer than everyone else. Off we go, and what do we find? We find, 2 fleets. But one of them has 4 ships. They both have 4 ships. Interesting. Bit more of a challenge then. Alright, everyone get in formation if you can. I know it's gonna... Oh no. Oh, they're backwards. It's all gonna go wrong. Let's go to double speed and try and get that done a bit quicker. You'd think that they'd just, like, pick it to be the other way around. If they're like, oh, well, seeing as we're in, like, the convenient spots to go that way around, why not? It's not like it makes any difference which way around the formation is. Come on, Ballista, you can do it. You can work it out. You just gotta face that way, go forwards. You can do it. Oh my god. They just... You know, there's good things about the AI in this game, but sometimes it is just the worst. Just start moving. Oh, they won't start moving because they're not in formation. For God's sake, Ballista. There we go, face that way. That means the spear moves out the way. The Ballista can come up and get in position. Target this one because you're now facing it. Oh, it's just terrible. Maybe I need even more thrusters on these guys. Just coat them in them. So they can move at a decent rate. Alright, off we go. Oh, these are moving away now. They're in a nice line. They achieved it with ease. These guys are having a bit more trouble, though. Just not moving at the moment. Of course, these guys have to fly off as soon as we approach them. So they're swinging around, perhaps to come back this way. Oh, what? They're hitting each other. It seems like formations are just bad on all sides. No one can deal with them. Everyone makes a mess of it. Right, what are we facing? We have a Barbarossa. I don't think we've seen this one before, but it's not a huge thing. An Arachnid. That's an elite level there. A Thorn. Sort of lower elite level. I think we've seen that before. And a Yacht, which we might have seen back in the very early days. Alright, looks like we might be able to get them from the flank, though I think they can probably reposition before we can get the chance for it. But still, they'll line up really nicely for it right now. Can we? He's going to move back so that... Oh no, he isn't. He's coming for us. Well, he's going to get wrecked then. Well, that's just dumb. What are you thinking? Right, you know what? That's probably enough missiles to kill him. On to the next one. If they hit him. There we go. Annihilated. And, oh, hold on. This guy's getting all up on our face. Where's the other guy got? He's been hiding back here. Luckily, I don't think we can even... Like, he's not even going to hurt us. We're going to be fine. Spear, you're in an awkward spot. Go for the Arachnid, I think. Just because I don't want you not facing him. That's the main reason. It's not about you killing him. It's about you not getting shot to pieces. Meanwhile, Ballista, you try and sneak around and get the Arachnid, and the Hammer can go for Thorn. Let's go down to quarter speed so we can keep an eye on things. Oop, a couple of missiles going for the Yacht. Could kill him. You never know. We've had that happen before. Right, you tear him apart. We've got a bit of a crash over here. That's gone a bit wrong. Just line it up, Mace, and you'll be fine. Not Mace, Spear. There is no Mace. I keep calling everyone Mace. Well, that was easy. I didn't think that he'd be killed that quick. Right, go for him. Take him down. I reckon we got this. Just the Arachnid left. We've seen before. We can deal with that. Also, the Yacht is in the worst place. It's getting caught by a couple of opportunistic missiles. They weren't even aimed for him. They were aimed for the Arachnid. But they're like, oh, there's a more nearby target. Let's go for him instead. And yet we absolutely have this sorted. Just a case of how quickly we can tear them apart. And it does take a while, jeez. It's always that last one, that last reactor that's just inside a block of armor for no good reason. The rest of the ship is gone, so you're doomed. But you're like, nope, not letting you take it easily. I'm gonna be as annoying as possible. Right, get information. Please, do your best. You can do it. Come on, guys. I wish that, like, they'd move forward instead of the ballista moving back. It just wastes more time. Come on, you can go. Get in position. You can do it. There we go. They're on the move. And these guys have just been sat here the whole time not doing anything. They're gently drifting this way. In unison. How weird. I wonder if they'll, like, I'm waiting till we get like a Vanguard level ship with some ships accompanying it. That's going to be interesting. Oh, and it's happened. There we go. Oh, is it? Oh, it's got a Y Scout stuck on him. Oh, wow. It's, oh, genuinely. Like, they're overlapping. I don't think that's supposed to happen. Gunboat. Have we seen this before? That's a wacky one. Shouldn't be too difficult to deal with. Oh, and then another one over here. Oh, he's got like a, he's got matching, like he's got flanking little support ships. I like that. So 2 of those. And then we got the Archangel himself with a Y Scout literally stuck to him. He's actually stuck to him. That's brilliant. The game wasn't expecting the ship to be that big, so it spawned them next to each other, but the Y Scout was inside the Archangel and is now just a part of it. Awesome. Right, go for the Archangel. That's the obvious thing to go for. The other guys seem like they're relatively easy to deal with. They'll probably just get caught in the crossfire and die. If not, the spear can take them out. Here we go. Back down to... Let's go for slow-mo with this one, because there's a few things going on here. Oh, the missiles have all gone for the gunboat. That's good news for the Archangel. Bad news for the gunboat. He is so dead. We're trying to take them out, but not quite getting the range. The hammer is coming in and hammering. Someone's dead already. Yep, he's gone. Can these missiles get round? And oh, they're just going all over the place. I don't know what they're doing. Some of them are going for the Archangel. Will they even get there before they like run out of steam? Yeah, they're being shot down. There's not enough of them left. Ah, well. Hammer's got us covered. Just do your thing. That guy's not even doing anything over there. The Y Scout's just getting caught in random bits of crossfire, the poor guy. That gunboat is literally, he's just sat there. He's not firing anything. He is sort of moving. He'll get involved eventually. There we go. Another volley from the ballista. I reckon we can go up to half speed and still be alright. Not much to threaten us now. A couple of stray shots from the spear might take this guy out. Well, okay, they will take a little bit of work, but if he's going to fly in the middle of this beam, he's going to get slaughtered. Oh, he's done alright there. His shield helped him. Just had a bit shaved off him, that's all. But now he's going to start catching some shots from the mace, so he's doomed. The Y Scout's dead, poor guy. No sign of him anymore. Yeah, the hammer's just lazily firing the odd shot at him. It's going to annihilate his shields. And then just knock out a bunch of his stuff. And at some point we'll actually bother to blow him up properly, but right now it really doesn't matter. Got bigger fish to fry. Just go to normal speed for it. It's barely even doing anything. It's firing the occasional cannon shot. Actually, we've got an unshielded section of the spear back here. Given enough time, he could perhaps work through it, but he doesn't have enough time. The Archangel's coming apart quite nicely. The front's still operational, but we took all the guns off, so I guess that's fine. Oh, that's a dangerous place to be, my friend. He's trying to save his mothership or whatever. It's not going to work. It's going to get you killed. There we go. The rear's gone, so no more control. Oh no, it's got one at the front as well. It's a shame. Right, take out that one on the wing. I'm going to have you target it. Go on, focus it down. Of course, the thing spun around. Focus down that one then, because that's got 2 seconds to live. And then the front, try and take that out. And then you can take out this end when it comes back around. He's just over there. What's he doing? He's just wandered off. You think he saw some enemies over there? There we go. We can just... Yeah, well, let's target him, otherwise it'll take forever. I was thinking that, like, the side guns of the hammer would kill him eventually, but let's actually put some effort in and instantly annihilate him. Only one reactor in the entire thing. Right, that's that dealt with. How's repairs? Ooh, fairly expensive. What happened? Oh, we got some actual genuine damage here. They destroyed 3 different shields on the forward shield layer. And managed to get a couple of cannon shots to breach through and actually hit not only the reactors, but actually do a fair bit of damage to the reactor shielding. That's a bit of a worry. If that stuff goes up, that could set off a chain reaction that knocks out the whole front of the ship. Now I look at it, maybe I've not planned this as well as I thought. That is not good at all. Whoops. Yeah, there's a definite concern. If any one of these goes up, that's curtains for the hammer. Well, let's carry on for the moment, see how we do. I want to try another one. What else have we got? There's 2 of them in this sector, it looks like, so we'll just we'll go for Equine 5. Quite a jump, but it's 10% of our fuel. Every jump seems to be 10% of our fuel, just the way we're earning it, and then we're happening to then do large jumps at the same time. Right, off you guys go. Probably should have gone back down to normal speed before we arrived, so that I could make sure we didn't get annihilated by the first thing. 2 large ships. Nice thing to end on, I would say. Everyone get information. It's going to take you forever. Turn around, because that's going to make it easier. Don't go around the wrong way, Spear. Spear, don't do it. Spear, turn around. Oh, dear. It's making a mess of this. Next in the way, the ballista. They'll get there eventually. The Spear's not too bad. He overshoots, though, by quite a lot. The ballista takes forever to strafe into position. He needs more engines. Even after all the ones I've given him. Right, come on. You can do it. Go, go, go. Spear blooming flying about all over the place, constantly losing formation, slowing everybody down. No, don't turn. Every time they go sideways, it slows us down even more because the turning basically brings us to a halt. The Spear's just, it's going backwards, if anything. That guy's getting nearer now. He might just end up fighting. Yeah, go for him. He's actually getting really close. Go for him. Actually, he's just going to come for us. Oh, hello. The Beast. I have heard tales of this, and I am scared. My god. That's a lot of ship. That's a very large amount of ship. I am scared. This was a mistake. This is one of the ones I was scared of. This is why I didn't go to Vanguard sooner. So it's... If you cut off one head, it makes no difference. It just turns around and kills you with another. The only sort of weakness it has is that all the weapon pods are on the outer layer, and so there's a decent chance you can just knock them out and then just have a relatively useless ship left. But holy crap, this could be a difficult one. Right, move in. We'll see what we can do. I'm not shrinking from this. We are going to fight it. My god, it's worth 500,000. That's the bounty. The actual value of the ship is more than that. Like, significantly more. Down to... Let's just slow-mo straight away. We need to be ready for this. Right, go for the first pod. Just one by one, take out all the pods. In fact, we'll try and split our fire between them. You go for that pod. You go for that one. Spear. I guess you go for this one back here. It might spin that way. We'll see which way it spins, and then we can work things out based on that. The actual offensive capability isn't crazy. Any one side can't do too much. We got to try and keep together if we can. Here we go. Cannons firing, ready to catch the thing. It's pretty fast, this thing. Jeez. Does have a lot of engines to it, so I suppose that's makes sense. Oh, it's going straight for a spin, so that might mean change of plan. Switch to targeting that then. You target this. Spear target this. Keeps you nice and together, which I'm a big fan of. It's got a decent amount of point defense. The missiles are barely getting through. Oh, but some of them have. Done a bit of damage there, but not to what I was hoping for. Oh, straight away one of them down. Fantastic. Good start. Switch to that one. You switch to this one. Just got to take them down one by one. Oh, you're not going to target it specifically, are you? Unless I put weird tilts on you that don't really work properly. Alright, just fire on what you can fire on. And we'll see how we do. Spin around this way, so switch to targeting that then. Whoops, wrong button. And you target this one. Good damage there. Yeah, it's probably going to spin and show us like that side. Oh, it's flying into the middle of us, which is splitting us up, which is not good. It's very bad news for the spear. Puts it on its own. Hammer, are you close enough? Hang on, let me pause for this just to... Oh no, you need to get in closer. Move, move, move. Get in there, hammer it with everything you've got. You want to be feeling the hits. Looking alright so far. We've got one pod dead, 2 damaged. Perhaps the third in a second. Spear's starting to lose some shielding, but I reckon it'll be okay. This is one where I'm hoping that we do enough damage to it that it just becomes a slog instead of a genuinely dangerous fight. Okay, we're doing good work here. We've split sections off. That's another way to deal with this. Just target the bridges that connect the different parts. And that'll cause all sorts of issues for it. We're doing alright here. Just make sure to keep targeting things specifically. Whoops, no, I don't want to select a shield generator. Go for that one. I can tell it's going to keep spinning, so... You go for that. I can't target you, so there's no point. Go for that one as it comes around. It's got to keep trying to point good sides at it. We've got to make sure those sides stop being good. How's everybody doing? They're holding up. It's pretty good. I'm fairly happy with this. Oh, the hammer's getting in the way of the ballista a bit. A couple of the missiles are having some trouble. Yeah, they're hitting the shields. That's no good. Luckily it doesn't damage our shields, but it wastes the missiles. It's going alright so far. We've not managed to properly blow up any other weapon pods yet. I think it was a lucky hit we got there. Oh, yeah, one like that. More of those, please. Oh, that one's gone. Very nice. Okay, ballista switch to targeting. Where's the next? The next one is round there. Go for it then. It's going to keep spinning, it looks like. There's one round there. There's nothing much for the hammer to do right now. Just keep battering it. Oh, bits come off. Very nice. Oh no. Oh no, you haven't. Okay, so this is got. I was just thinking how it was going all right. How we had this covered. Looks like we were taking it down. Everything was going to be fine. And then this guy bloomin' sneaks up on us. What am I supposed to do about this? There's so many weapons on this thing. Oh, jeez. I mean, it's half the value of the beast, but it can have half of all its weapons firing at you at the same time. Thank God the thing's got no shielding. I reckon we could cut it in half. Definite possibility. Right, spear, you're going to have to retarget. I mean, if anything, I'd like you to move back, but... Ah, crap. We're just going to have to turn to face at the last moment. Just keep firing at this for the moment. Try and disable it as much as you can. I guess the ballista can keep firing at it, and then the hammer can go and deal with this guy. As well as the spear. We'll hope that that works. That could go very wrong for the... Oh, he's coming in fast. Oh, a bit of the beast has come to say hi. Smash into the thing. Right, I think we've done what we can with this. Oh wow, I wonder what fell apart there, because that wasn't like a... Was that just that the beams managed to take out a whole bunch of stuff up, like, corridor at the same time? Yeah, as for the weapon pods, they have... 2, 3, 4 left. And they're all damaged to some degree, so... The beast is mostly pacified. Spear and mace... That was the... I've just randomly pressed caps lock there, I don't know what I'm doing. Spear and mace... spear and hammer... Form a line... And assault the twin crit. It didn't work, because of course you're in range. So just try... Do your best. Ballista, keep firing on the beast. Turn to face mace before it gets... A spear before it gets very bad for you. Here we go, cannons are firing, but you've turned in time. It could be trouble for your flank from the beast, but its weapons are mostly dealt with. Mace, you need to get in. Hammer, you need to get in there before the spear starts to crumble, because there's a lot firing at it. Luckily, the thing seems to want to face us right now, which is good for us, really. I'm fine with that. Keep facing. No, it's turning. Come on, Hammer, get in there. Ballista, keep firing. Distract it, because these guys are not pointing the good sides. Here we go. It's turned to face all its many, many cannons. I don't think it can maintain the fire rate, but the initial volley isn't going to be nice. Luckily, it seems to be splitting it. Yeah, of course, because the lasers are short range. They're going for the spear. Cannons are long range, going for the hammer. That's good. It's splitting its fire. That helps us. Meanwhile, Ballista, I want to make sure you're targeting the bits you should be. Where's a weapon pod? Are they all gone? They're all gone. Basically, there's a couple of little bits left, but it's mostly covered. Just start taking out random reactors. Get it dealt with. While these guys do this. The beam's just flying across the front there. Yeah, it's going to just keep flip-flopping, because we'll blow up a couple of cannons, and then it'll be like, oh, well, now we should face the other way. That spear's taking a battering. Hammer is holding up, but there's a lot of cannon fire coming at it. There we go, we're doing some damage back. They're really focusing on that corner. I'm a little bit concerned. Those are going to start breaching. Right, that's good. We're turning it again. We've done a lot of damage to that side, but the other side is still fully operational. May have had time to reload as well. That is not good. How's the beast? Fine. It's coming apart slowly. We'll keep it distracted with the ballista. I don't think the ballista can get here in time to make a difference. I reckon we've got this. It's just we might suffer in the meantime from these volleys. It's really going for that corner. That's dangerous. Getting multiple shield failures over there. And luckily there's no reactors around there to start blowing up. Again with the spinning. I wish we could cut it in half, but if anything that might make things worse for us. Spear's doing good work. It's nicely cutting through all the weapons on the front here. We're starting to hit important and highly explosive bits. There we go, their ion beams are gone, and we've cut through it. Very nice, that side's come off. There's a lot of weapons still on it, but it's now just going to drift, meaning it can't point those weapons at us anymore. Again, slicing through the middle there. Very nice, but there's not much to that left anymore. Look at the crew walking across there. Poor guy is getting annihilated by the beams. Oh, the beast has come round. Luckily there's not much it can do. There's bits falling off it. Now the ballista can't really get good shots because there's a bunch of other ships in the way. This has got very messy. But this thing has just come to pieces now. Too many ammo factories in there at important points where if you blow them up it just cuts the whole thing in half instantly. Right, we've got this. Let's go to normal speed and watch the cleanup. Very nice. Switching back to the beast now just because it's turned up. It's just like, hey, kill me next. Spear's trying to get around it, but the beams are hitting the beast. Everyone's just trying to go for that. Oh, what are you doing now? You're getting very confused. You've got two different objectives you want to fulfill there. Yeah, all the bits that have fallen off still have reactors in them. This is just facing the wrong way, unable to do anything. And we'll just cut through to the reactors. The weight of our fire is pushing it away, so we're having to chase the thing. We've made it turn to faces. Whoops. The ballista most definitely has the beast covered. There we go, everyone. Turn around and face it. And we'll get our 500,000 bounty. Just like one left there now. And it's done. There's a lot of ship left, but it counts as destroyed. And I will take that. Wow, that was a fight. That was a hell of a fight. As it turned out, the beast wasn't nearly as terrifying as I was expecting, but the addition of the other ship in the middle of the fight was not the best. If they'd both attacked at the same time at the beginning, that could have been really bad for us, but luckily we'd basically pacified the beast before the twin crusher could get particularly involved. Overall, not too much damage. I imagine pretty much all of it was on this corner of the hammer. They really went for it here. Is anyone else hurt? A couple of bit like scrapes on the corner and some shots from the beast on the side of the spear. And the ballista's fine because it just hung back and did what it does best. Well, that was pretty awesome. You know what? I'm going to go for one more. I'm not going to do any building today, I don't think, because I'm fine with the ships as they are. I just want to blow up more Vanguard ships. So let's go for Kilolicum, or whatever it's called. None of these are real words, so some of them are very weird to pronounce. Everything charged up, back to normal speed before we jump, because that's the clever thing to do. And let's see what we face this time. I want some more big ships, that was cool. And there's another one over there, but there's a fleet over here, so we'll go for that first. Formation, if you can. I know it's difficult, but do what you can, try it. Again, the lag doesn't make anything better. Let's go for double speed and we'll see how we go. We have so much money now. It's ridiculous. Like, how much are these worth again? 2 million? Less than 1 million? A little bit over, so we've got like less than 4 million in ships, and we nearly have that much money again. We can nearly rebuild the fleet from scratch if necessary. We could rebuild these two from scratch if necessary, as it stands. So that's comforting, that even if everything goes completely wrong, We should still be alright. Oh, jeez. Again with this. Yeah, the Beast was one of the... well, the thing about the Beast is that, like, it's got the same problem as all the other ships, of once you've taken the weapons off the outside, then the inside's useless, so even though it's massive, it's not got that much offensive capability at any one time. There are definitely more dangerous ones out there, and I have encountered them. I'm waiting till we see the Cerberus, because the Cerberus is the Spear's big brother, and that's going to be quite the terrifying thing. Alright, we have the Omega. That seems to be the flagship here. Interesting design, not too massive. This looks almost like elite level, really. Yeah, I'd say so. They've got a Spitzer, I think we've seen that before a while back. Mosquito, and over here a Barbarossa. Alright, everyone go for the Omega, get it dealt with, and then go from there. Should be alright, we just need to keep an eye on the map this time. As we've learned, the enemy does like to sneak up on us while we're in fights. Well, the Barbarossa's getting plenty of shots off, whereas the Omega's just sat here. There we go, it's actually firing something. Oh, Barbarossa is in the worst place to be. Annihilated. The Mosquito's also doomed. The Spitzer's hiding behind the Omega, so he will be the last to die, I suppose. This guy's still alive. We missed the reactors. Damn it, really? A couple more missiles should do it. Go on. Oh, it's shooting them down because it's got point defense. Well, that's just a pain. Oh, wow. This guy has done some serious damage to the front of the hammer while I wasn't looking. Do you have a bunch of missiles or something? I didn't spot any. No, you don't have missiles. Did you just get really good... Oh, you must have... You just got some good shots with the cannons? But yeah, wow, that's a little bit worrying. Luckily the shields have regenerated and covered the gap, but still. Barbarossa's managed to get away before the ballista decided to annihilate him, so he's got some more time to live. And the Spitzer is getting into a bad place to be if you want to not die to missiles, though he's got good point defense. He's holding it off. Fair enough to him. He is protecting the Omega, but unfortunately if he was to fly around the other side of the Omega, he would see that there's not that much left of it. More damage here. Yeah, really not going great with our defenses. I thought the hammer would be holding up a little bit better than it is. Come on, you can do it. There we go. Blown up the front, and of course they've got one reactor at the back, so you have to go through a whole bunch of armor to get to it. Such a pain. Ballista, you go deal with the Spitzer. It's being annoying. And I reckon you can do it. If you overwhelm it with enough missiles, you'll have it. I should give you some backup guns for this sort of thing, because the guy's just sat in front of you taunting you now. We'll land in the hits, though. Yeah, there we go. Point defense didn't help there, did it? You've only got it on the sides, not on the front. You forgot that bit. A couple of hits on the shields and they're gone, and then it's just a little bit more to take out the rest of you. How's the hammer doing? Fires are dealt with, so that's alright, but yeah, worrying bit of damage there. Didn't really get to the reactors in the end, but got to everything else. You were just taking this to pieces. Meanwhile, Ballista is tearing the Spitzer apart. This guy's staying nice and far away. I've got my eye on you. And that's that sorted. Go deal with the Barbarossa. I think these guys have got the Omega covered. Yep, the reactor is exposed, and any second now, it shall be gone. You go after that guy, we can go to normal speed. It's not like we're in danger anymore. I do wish the missiles wouldn't overshoot quite so much, it's a bit annoying. Right, repair work, a fair bit thanks to that damage to the hammer there. Definitely concerning. Alright, everyone information. It's gonna take you a bloomin' while. But get on with it either way. Oh, I've uploaded you information. Saying there, it seemed like it had ordered you separately. Because the arrows all were like overlapping and everything, because we were side on to the enemy. He's sort of approaching, which is always nice. Helps us a little bit. Come on, you can do it. Just a bit sideways. Aye, more strafing engines. I've only got 3 on either. Oh, no, it is 5 either way. Still, probably needs to be more than that for a ship of that size. I don't know if having them all at the back matters. It might mean that because they're all at the back, it can't really switch these on properly because it can't strafe, it'll just spin. I don't know how realistic the rotation and stuff is in terms of how the engines work, whether you have to have some down here as well as up here to move sideways properly. Here we go, and we are facing the Crescent Wrath. Oh no, this is another one of those big ones. Look at this thing, it's insane. There's so much ship here. A lot of weaponry as well. It's got your classic 4 ion beams. Whole bunch of cannons, a lot of redundancy. You chop off one bit and there's plenty of other bits left. This one is gonna be painful. This is... I'm more scared of this than I was of the beast, even though... Actually, oh, it's the same value, but actually more efficiently used. That's not nice. Quarter speed for this, most definitely. Move in and see what you can do, guys. This one's gonna hurt. A lot of missiles coming for us. Let's see how our point defense fares. Very nicely. That one's annihilated. That one's annihilated. Hopefully that'll continue with every volley. They've got a lot of missile launches on this thing. There they go with the beams. Are they going for the ballista, or are they just trying to face their side to the spear or something? Either way, get on with it. And also, you keep doing this, but Hammer, I want you to be close. I want you to be right up against him. Make sure everything is firing. We don't want you to waste any time. Maximum firepower. Guy's coming to say hi to the spear. There's so much ship that they're flanking him just with guns on the sides. That's a bit scary. Ballista, do what you can. We'll see how their point defense fares. Not well at all. Do they have any? They don't seem to. We're just hitting them. That's nice. That's comforting. Oh, oh, geez. Or, oh dear. One of those, I was going to say. The hammer is suffering. That is a lot of damage. I am definitely concerned. They are starting to hurt the reactors. These shields need to switch back on again. There we go. They're getting back up. That's good. Let's turn to face the other way because we've shaved a couple of weapons off this side. The front's nicely falling apart. Can we get all the reactors in there? We're close. Not quite though. They're so damaged. I don't know what to target with the hammer. Go for... that looks like a good place to go. You might hit that as a matter of course. And if you blow that up, that's a lot of this wing done. I see some ammo factories and stuff in there as well. That'll help. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff coming at you. They breached another section. They seem to have changed their direction. Oh, they're going to knock out that shield. Yep, they've knocked that out. Oh, but we've done it. We've blown off that section. There's still a bit here, but it's basically useless. What next? Oh, please hit it. Go on. There we go. Good damage to the front. I reckon the front is basically neutralized at this point. But these sides, they're still faring well. Okay, everyone now, target this corner. We'll try and do the same thing. Everything you can, fire at it. They're all targeting that section. They really like it. There we go. Doing good work here. Should have knocked those out with a couple of shots. It looks like that's gone past now and we're going for these instead. And that's all gone. Good. I reckon we're alright now. I don't know if there's enough of their ship left to be scared of. Target the core, and then just whatever's facing you, you'll hit it. I reckon that's a good way of doing it. Let's go to normal speed for this. I think we're okay. We'll keep an eye on the hammer, though. I'm watching this very closely. But I think the shields are holding now. And there's enough left. Yep, their weapons are all coming off. There's not much left now. It's once again a case of just working through a load of armor. Trying to get to the core. Oh. There we go. Taking out the center of it. Very nice. Target these reactors. Just focus on the bits that are important. Oh, there was a lot of factories in there, I guess. And then we just need to take out that cluster over there and the ship is done. It's going to take ages. There's so much armor to get through. Oh, but there are some missile factories here, and that's going to speed that up quite significantly. Once those are gone... Oh, I didn't quite do it. They did at least blow up and leave a gap open. And there we go. 500,000 for us. We're now getting very close to being able to just buy our entire fleet a second time over. And wow, the damage on the hammer there. Keeps happening that the enemy just gets to the reactor cores but doesn't actually blow them up. At some point, our luck might run out in that respect. Right, we'll get the repairs done. And that'll be it for today. There's a lot of ship left here. Well, anyway, there we go. We can deal with the Vanguards. We can deal with, I think, the best things that Vanguard can throw at us. There's a couple more, though, to test ourselves against, so we'll not quite conclude with that yet. There may still be things that could give us a run for our money, but I think our immense amounts of shielding on the hammer are fielding pretty much everything the enemy can throw at us, and meaning this was the best idea. I didn't like the mace. I wasn't happy with how it was developing, and I felt like it had no particular direction, whereas the hammer, I know exactly what it's doing. I know exactly how it's going to work, and I'm very happy with how it is working. And so with that, I should say goodbye. Thank you for watching, and I shall see you next time.